Okay, so my computer froze up on me, people at home, so now we're back on section 1 dash, oh, we're on 1.5? Or is this 1.4? Is this section 1?
1.5.
It is 1? Okay. It is 1.5. I typed in 1.4 on my computer. Okay, so we're solving this for y. Now, if you're wondering, how do you know what you're supposed to solve for? It will tell you. It says right on the computer they want you to solve it for y. So we need to get y by itself. 2x, 26. Okay, so we need to get y by itself.
We need to add 18x.
18x. Why don't I get rid of the 2 first?
Because that is.
Because it didn't say in the equation. It said keep trying to find.
This one's further, this one's closer. Why don't I get rid of the negative 26?
Because
It's on the other side. So how do I get rid of a negative 18x?
add.
Add 18x to both sides. So, these cancel, we're left with 2y. What's negative 26 plus 18x?
That's the answer.
What do you mean?
Well, that's the.
Can you actually put those together and make one thing out of them? No. It stays negative 26 plus 18x. Are we done?
No,
How come?
we need to divide 2
By 2? Why?
by. No, we are done, aren't we? No, we're not.
Yes, we are, because
Yeah,
there's.
no, we're not, because we need to divide 2.
Why?
Because we need to get y alone.
We need to get y by itself. It's not by itself. 2y is by itself. We need to get rid of the 2. So we divide by 2. We divide by 2. These cancel. Now we can actually do some calculating here. What is 26 divided by 2? What's half of 26? Negative 13 plus, what's 18 divided by 2? 9x. Now are we done?
Yes.
Yes.
Because y is by itself. Could we have gotten x by itself? Sure, why didn't we?
Because it said solve for
It said to
y.
solve for y. Okay? All right, so y equals negative 13 plus 9x. Let's look at number 7. Okay, number 7, we have 9x minus y. That's terrible. 9x, take away y, equals 45. Okay, this one's a little tricky. That's a little tricky. We want to solve it for y. So what do we need to do? What do we need to get rid of?
9x.
9x. Now be careful. Some students think you have to add 9x. And I understand why they think add it. They go, well, there's a subtraction. Subtraction's on the y. To get rid of the positive 9x, you minus 9x. Now, here's where else you have to be careful. If we get rid of the 9x, what's on the left-hand side? Just y?
Negative y.
Negative y. We got rid of the 9x, we're left with negative y. Equals, and what's 45 take away 9x?
45 minus 9.
Yeah, you can't actually put those together. It's going to stay 45 minus 9x. Are we done?
Yes.
Mm-mm. Is y by itself?
No.
I mean, just read what it says. What does it say?
Negative.
Negative y. It doesn't say y. If you're done, the first word out of your mouth should be what? Y equals whatever. Okay? So here's what we need to do. We need to change negative y to positive y. We need to change everything to the opposite. What's the opposite of negative y?
Positive.
Positive y, or just y, equals negative 45 plus 9x. Now are we done?
Yep.
How come?
Yes,
Y is by itself. Number 9. 4x minus 5 equals something. 7 plus 4y. So this one we want to solve. We're always solving. It looks like. Be careful. You're not always solving for y. Okay? We're solving for y on this one. They tell you that. Again, if you're wondering, how do you know? They will tell you. Just make sure you read it. It says for y, but as you get a little further along, when you get to like questions number 13 and 14, it says solve for x.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's fine
Yeah, it's not any harder. Just make sure you do what they say.
though.
Okay?
Yeah, because
Just
if you put something,
if you, I mean, you could do it right, but solve for the wrong variable, and you get it wrong. So we're solving this for y. So what are we going to do first?
Minus 7 from each side.
Minus 7 from each side. These cancel. We're left with 4y on the right. Can we actually combine some things on the left?
Yeah, negative.
And what's negative 5 and negative 7? Close. Negative 12. Then we have the 4x. We done?
yeah.
No.
No, because 4x is still together, no, 4y is still together.
We we have to get rid of
So
what?
you have to divide
Divide by 4. Divide 4, divide 4. So, what's 4 divided by 4?
That is canceled out, right?
Yeah, they cancel out, so you get 1x, or just x,
Just x. And
Minus.
then, 3.
equals, these cancel. Now, here's the deal. I was hoping you guys were gonna say 4 divided by 4 is 1. And you're not wrong. If you put y
Oh,
equals
yeah.
1x minus 3, sometimes the computer's gonna say it's wrong. Because
So
what
you
part of
have
that's
to put x?
unnecessary?
You have to put x.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. If you put 1x minus 3, is it wrong? No. And if you do that on a written test, I'm not gonna mark you wrong. Sometimes the computer marks you wrong, okay? It doesn't like 1x, sometimes. It would rather have just x. What I'm getting at is this. If I asked you what's 5x take away 4x, what is 5x take away 4x? 1x. And there's nothing wrong with 1x. But the computer might say, wrong. It wants you to put what? Just x. It just wants x. Sometimes it does.
They're greedy.
So, okay. All right, let's try a couple more and then we'll probably stop for the day. 11. Not 11. There is no number 11. Let's look at number 13. Is that what's next? One 9, then 10. Let's go to number 13. There is no 11 or 12. Let's go to number 13.
We're lucky.
Okay, it says y equals
4x.
Plus
Plus
8x.
So we combine the x's, right? So
Hold
that's
on.
12x.
We're solving for x because they told you to solve for x.
Yeah, so it's 12x.
Now, here's the deal. Okay, it's 12x. We can put those together. I'll tell you this. There's a reason why they probably don't want you to solve it for y.
Because y's right there.
What would you have to do?
Divide
Nothing.
by y.
Not divide by y. How do you get y by itself? So you'd be done. You'd be all done. There'd be nothing to do.
Okay.
But to get, that's not what they said. They said solve for x. We gotta do one more thing.
So it's harder.
Divide 12.
Divide by 12.
Divide 12.
What's y divided by 12?
Negative 12x.
No, it'd be 12 divided by.
Right?
Careful.
Or y divided by 12.
Y divided by 12 is y divided by 12. You can't simplify that.
Whoa.
Now just be careful. You're not gonna type in x equals y over 12. It says x equals box. What are you gonna put in the box?
Y over 12.
Why aren't you gonna put x equals?
Because I already had.
It's already there. If you typed in x equals y over 12, it's gonna say you're wrong.
It's gonna definitely.
Yeah. You didn't do it wrong, but it's gonna say you're wrong.
Okay.
15.
15.
Let's do 3 more, then we'll stop. Okay, 15. So we have 15. A equals 2x plus 6x.
Okay.
So, can we simplify that a little bit?
Yeah.
Is that a z?
That's a
It'd
2.
be 8x when it.
2x and 6x is 8x, so A equals
No, you're
8x.
right.
And
The
then you
x,
divide
it
it.
says z 4x. That's a z.
Oh,
That is
6xz.
not-
Oh, thank you. 6xz. That's a little bit tougher.
That's not it, too.
Um,
Whoa, that's so small.
I lied. I didn't realize that was a z there.
Yep.
We're gonna stop there and we're gonna hit this tomorrow because this is significantly tougher. Okay.
Hey,
Number 50. So remember,
We're done?
tomorrow. Yep.
For the
Tomorrow we need to finish. We haven't even started. We barely started 15. We need to talk about 15 tomorrow.
Plus 1x.
What's that?
Would it be a plus, would it be a plus 8x plus?
No. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Yeah, this one. This would have been an easy one if there was no z there, but that z
We're
makes it a
not
little
dismissing
tougher.
that or-
Okay, we're done for today.
Okay, cool.
If you haven't finished up section 1.4, do it
Okay.
and email me and tell me.
I need to do a quiz, so.